everyone, it's Sharana from Payer Waits, and today I'm going to be reviewing Lock and Key Season 2, which will hit the Netflix streaming platform this Friday. For those of you who don't know what Lock and Key is about, after their father is murdered under mysterious circumstances, the three Locke siblings and their mother move into their ancestral home, Key House, which they discover is full of magical keys that may be connected to their father's death. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, hello, so glad you came, I hope you stay. I tell you what I liked about the series, what I didn't like about the series, and is it worth your time or not watching Lock and Key Season 2 this Friday? So, going into what I enjoyed about this season, you guys, first I have to give kudos to the writers of the series, because I think this is some of the best world building that I've seen in a TV series like this. I mean, typically most of these shows, they start off with a bang with season 1, gets everybody hooked, and then as you get into other seasons, you're just like, it's not giving me what it was giving me the first time that I fell in love with it. And one of the things that I do want to say about Lock and Key Season 2 is that they know how to take the things that you loved in the first season and actually build upon that. You know, actually build more upon these stories, because even though the Locke siblings, you know, discovered this house full of magical keys, they still don't understand the full story of what their father and also too his friends went through and some of the dangerous things that happened to them along the way. And so in season 2, we get to see that fleshed out a little bit more. They delve deeper into the story. Everything isn't as what it seems, and you're not given all of the clues like you thought you were in season 1. And they do a great job of also too filling in some of those now, I wouldn't say plot holes, but some of the plots that they introduced in the first season that wasn't necessarily fleshed out, they actually continue to build upon that. And it keeps you more invested into this mystery of what is actually happening. You know, as you're understanding, like, are there more lock keys to be discovered? You know, also, too, the adults, they get a lot more to do in this season, especially with Duncan. He has a lot more to do as we're trying to understand what was his role in everything that happened with his brother and their friends, you know, and also, too, with Nina's character. Nina got some stuff to do. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but I was really happy to see the growth of Nina's character, because at the end of the day, not she's lost her husband, but also too, you know, these children have lost their father. And as we still explore those circumstances surrounding grief and how we deal with it, but most importantly, how are they still grieving their father's death, and how has that been even more enhanced now that they understand the whole keys and the magic that's involved with this as well. We also are introduced to some new characters, but we have some new baddies this season. So we know we have Gabe and Eden. And I think that Griffin Gluck, who plays Gabe, I think he did a good job as our baddie for this season. I miss Dodge so much, but I think that he handled it very well. And also too with Hallie Jones, who plays Eden. They still up the stakes, and that's another thing that I do love about this series, is the way that it's still a family show, but somehow it still feels dangerous. You still understand that the stakes are high and that people are going to die, people are going to be hurt, especially if anyone's familiar with the first season. That still takes place in the season, but it makes you want to root for your heroes even more, because you understand that their lives are on the line, and also to the lives of their loved ones as well. I do want to give a shout out just for how all of this looks. The production design for this series is absolutely fantastic. As we delve deeper into others' minds, as we delve deeper into the mystery of what is happening, the backstory, just everything that really goes into bringing this world of Lock and Key, and especially as we discover new magic, as we discover more keys and what they can actually do, just how they give the look and the feel of the show. I do want to give them kudos for that, because the world just feels big. Even though you're in this one house, there's so many beautiful things to look at, beautiful sets to look at, and I just wanted to give kudos to that as well. But I also, too, talking about the Locke siblings, not Nina, but Kinsley, she's like in a whole love triangle. And the only issue that I did have this season is I really hate what they do with Scott's character, because it just bugs me a little bit, because I can't get into it because you have to watch it and I don't want to spoil anything, but I don't like the storyline that they did with Scott's character as far as this love triangle between Scott, Kinsey, and Gabe, but it just rubbed me the wrong way, because I was like, my mans, you being disrespected, and I just want you to want more for yourself, okay? I just want you to demand a little bit of respect for yourself. At some points, Kinsey had to give him more respect than what he was willing to give himself, but I will say I was particularly interested. I love that they gave Bodhi. Bodhi is coming into his own, discovering his own strength, both figuratively and literally, and also to meeting some new friends with the additions that we have into this season that I'm not going to spoil for anyone. But it was Tyler's journey. I think Connor, who portrays Tyler, he did a really fantastic job with his character and really delving into these themes of what happens when we become adults, what happens when we lose our imagination, when we lose magic, and them really delving into how not only that parallels to what, you know, those who came before him as far as his uncle and his father, but what is that going to be like for Tyler? As you know, as you get older, you no longer will have any memory of magic. And also too, going into the relationship between him and his mother, who has no recollection of anything that has transpired in season 1, and how that really plays on the demons that she's dealing with, as well as she's feeling disconnected from her children. And so I really love that they tie all of these things about growing up, becoming an adult, learning how to be brave, how to stand up for yourself. I really love how they portray this through the Locke siblings. And as you learn more about their stories, more about the interactions of the people that they love and care about, I thought that that was such a delight to watch as well. But honestly, just to let you guys know, the only issue I did have was Scott. That's the only con that I have about this series. But I had a really great time watching Locke and Key. Like I said, it's very rare to uphold that same passion and excitement that I had in season 1. I felt that and then some for season 2, which makes me excited to know that they filmed season 2 and season 3 back to back. So we will be getting a season 3 in store, but I guarantee you what I would tell you to do with you and your times for Locke and Key, I would tell you guys to go ahead and watch it. I had a really great time just getting into Key House, learning about the world, okay, being scared a little bit. There was one episode that did scare me. I can't tell you what it's about because it's going to ruin the surprise, but I was like, y'all should have warned me before this happened. But like I said, the stakes are high. There is danger, you know, ahead of the Locks. But as we see them try to fight their way through it, try to figure out what is happening as they are delving deeper into the mystery behind what has happened to their father, I will tell you that it is worth watching season 2 of Locke and Key as it hits the Netflix streaming platform this Friday. But those are my thoughts on Locke and Key season 2. As always, my name is Sharonda from Payroll Waits. And if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit the notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again, bye.